Live from the Dr. Jerry Henderson Radio Complex, it's time for Card Guys. And now, here's your host, Anthony Schulte.
Good morning! Thank you, Michael, for the intro as always, and welcome to Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk, Season 4, Episode 14. Coming up today, the entire industry of pro wrestling has been shifted at Elimination Chamber. The Detroit Pistons take care of business before a West Coast road trip, and the Red Wings have a disastrous weekend against Columbus. I'm Anthony Schulte, and joining me as always is my man, Ryan Donnelly.
Spring break! Woohoo!
Yes, it is.
Soon.
We got a giant hurdle to climb.
You have two giant hurdles to
Although I am feeling much more confident about these examinations.
climb. I know you are.
I'm feeling much more confident.
I feel fine about my one examination that I have to take on Thursday, but I'm not going home until Friday morning because I have a dentist appointment.
Womp womp.
Dentist appointments just seem to keep racking up for you.
Well, you know how this happened, right?
Do we tell the people?
Yes, I think we shall.
Are we uncovering some lore this morning?
We were watching the Detroit basketball Pistons live and in living color. Mm-hmm. Actually, we weren't actually there. It was in Atlanta. Yeah. And he decided to enjoy a few Starburst jelly beans. Yeah. And
tub from Sam's Club.
He popped a jelly bean, and out comes a tooth.
Yep.
Chipped a tooth.
I broke my tooth eating a jelly bean.
With the evil jelly bean.
So I'm never having a jelly bean for the rest of my life because of that. I don't know how it fell out. So I've had to jump through many hurdles, including a root canal, and I have a temporary crown in right here. And this Friday, I'm getting my actual crown put in, and this headache will be over. Thank goodness.
Oh,
and
man.
What a nightmare this has been.
Yeah. An American nightmare?
Are you going to do it?
Yes. Uh-oh. It's been a while.
It's been a while, boys. Whoa! Bringing it back on a Monday morning.
Yes.
I love it.
We're feeling good today. We're feeling nicey today.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Right next to me, Mr. Michael Rosenkranz. I don't know how you can follow that up.
I don't know how I can follow it up, but we got a week until spring break. I am ready to go back and just rest for as much as I can. You know, I'll have to be doing work over break, but we're not going to talk about that.
We're not going to think about it.
We're not going to think about it right now. A lot happened over the weekend. We got to hit on it.
Yeah, all right, let's start with our 3 stars. Michael, go ahead and get us going.
All right, my 3rd star, Alex DeBrincat, despite the Red Wings' loss, he continues...
Kitty cat.
He is a kitty cat, as a matter of fact. Despite the Red Wings' loss, he extends his point streak to 9 games, 2 goals on 6 shots. He's now up to 29 goals on the season. He's going to hit 30 goals here very soon. Hopefully he continue this point streak tomorrow against Carolina. My 2nd star is going to be Jalen Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder. J-Dub, 41 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists in 33 minutes. Very high-scoring game against the San Antonio Spurs. Thunder keep rolling on, 49-11. They're an entertaining team.
Wagon.
Absolute wagon.
Absolutely.
And my 1st star, Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Ant-Man.
He returned from his suspension, and he dropped 44 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists in 36 minutes. What better way to return from a suspension than to drop a 40 bomb on the Phoenix Suns?
What's going on with the Phoenix Suns?
No,
what a dumpster
seriously.
fire. What a disaster.
What's going on?
Nasty work, Matt Ishbia. Nasty work.
Terrible.
Just
Sometimes super teams don't work, especially when two out of the 3 superstars on your team are most likely past their prime.
And disgruntled.
Well,
Katie's not past his prime.
No.
They just can't work together.
Yeah.
No.
And also, you have no role players on that team.
Yeah.
You just have Beal, Durant, and Booker, and that's it.
Yeah, and Nick Richards.
Nick
and
Richards.
Josh,
He's a solid contributor.
and Josh Okogie.
Yes, Josh Okogie.
Yeah.
So, few playmakers. Devin Booker, please come to Detroit. Those are my 3
please.
stars.
All right, Ryan.
All right, my 3 stars. My 3rd star, I'm going with Showtime, Patrick Kane. Where we'll talk about it later on the show. On Saturday against the Columbus Blue Jackets, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points, plus minus of -1. I mean, he put up some solid numbers along with Alex DeBrincat. There's a couple things that went wrong on Saturday. We'll talk about that later on the show. Don't want to spoil anything for y'all. My second star, I'm going with Wyatt Johnson of the Dallas Stars.
Dallas Wings, formerly the Tulsa Shock, formerly the Detroit Shock, multi-time WNBA champions. Cheryl Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Where on Sunday...
2003-2004 Rookie of the Year in the WNBA. Daughter of Karl Malone.
On Sunday against the St. Louis Blues, 3 goals, 3 points, solid stuff from Wyatt Johnson.
You're just ignoring Blood's ball knowledge?
Yes, I am. Oh, my goodness. It's almost 7:30. And my first star, my dad would not be would be very not happy if I didn't have this guy as my star, Stephen Curry.
There it is.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
What a game on Thursday against the Orlando Magic.
And I slept all the way through it because I was so tired and I fell asleep without even wanting to.
56
Couldn't
points.
even watch it. I was so mad at myself. When I saw that happen the next morning, I was so mad at myself for falling asleep.
Anyways.
Sorry.
56 points. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. I believe it was 12 threes he hit. 12 or 13 threes.
All buckets, no breaks.
All buckets, including a half-court shot. He's back. Mm-hmm. We have to say it. Steph Curry is back. The Warriors, however, are not. I think they should have tanked a long time ago. They don't rest. They just reload. And I don't like that about the Warriors. They don't give up. They're just an annoying little rat that just comes out of the ground and you try and put it in the ground and it comes right back up. Huh?
What noise does a rat make?
Squeak, squeak.
That's a mouse, buddy.
Hey, yo, I'm from New York. I live in the subway. I eat pizza from the ground.
You're going to get another comment from my grandfather.
Uh-oh. Anyways, those are my 3 stars.
All right, I'll quickly hit mine. My third star, a man they call Threesley, Malik Beasley.
Took my forever star.
Wamp, wamp. Should have been quicker than that.
Okay.
Anyways,
quicker than that.
Here's the double star here. First performance against the Boston Celtics in an utter can of you-know-what. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about. Blowout of the Boston Celtics. 26 points, 5 rebounds, a steal, a block, 10 of 15 shooting. He shot my birthday. And 6 of 11 from 3. Incredible performance against the Boston Celtics. Some frauds over there. And then double star because of his performance in practically 3 quarters against the Brooklyn Nets. He had 18 points on 6 of 10 shooting, 5 of 8 from 3, and a very, 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 very good ejection. I'm happy he got that second technical because that lit a fire under this team's arse. And they finished the job. They got her done. Malik Beasley, just a great moment right there when he was walking through. I think he was walking through the huddle and got the technical. He started talking some talk, and he just walked straight to the locker room. He already knew, and that was a pretty cool moment. Malik Beasley, my third star. My second star is Jalen Duren. Been an absolute dog over the last couple months.
He's finding his footing when he needs it.
Woof.
Anyways, against the Brooklyn Nets, he had I'd say one of his best games of his career. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 6 blocks. Ooh, yes. Hashtag block party, according to Real. And he shot 6 of 7 from the field. Got to the line 6 times and made them all. He made all of his free throws that evening. So that's a great development to see from Jalen Duren. My first star, John Cena. You can't see me. Well, you can't see him as a babyface anymore. He won the Elimination Chamber. He's going to WrestleMania. I called him as a star before what happened. So he's a star for winning the Elimination Chamber. A great Elimination Chamber match it was. A lot of people are giving a little bit of hate. I liked it. If you're expecting verticality from a bunch of past 40-year-olds, and then you have Logan Paul in there too. I mean, Logan Paul's the only one that showed verticality, so I don't know why people are dogging on it. We'll get to that in a little bit, but John Cena, he is my first star.
So I said on Wednesday's show, about Cade Cunningham.
Yes.
The streak that he's
My
been
Pookie.
on for our stars. It's been 5 episodes.
Yes.
5 episodes straight that we picked Cade
Which
Cunningham.
is shocking because I thought it was longer.
I thought it was a lot more. But I guess you could say because none of us picked Cade as our star because he was awful over the weekend.
Something's wrong with Cade.
Something's wrong with Cade. I don't know what it is. We'll talk about it later. But I guess you could say...
Yes, the streak is over.
The
The streak
Cade
is
Cunningham for a
over,
little bit.
and everyone's childhood ended at WrestleMania 30.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Taker.
That was my second ever WrestleMania I watched. So I didn't have the magic
Undertaker's one of my
of
favorite
Undertaker's
wrestlers of all time.
21-0 streak at WrestleMania.
Oh, man.
All right, well,
Sad times.
speaking of WrestleMania, there's an event that leads into WrestleMania that happened this past Saturday. The Elimination Chamber in Toronto. Triple H. Cook. 10 of 10
Dude,
show.
Triple
3,
H.
4, 5 Michelin star PLE.
That was a 5 Michelin star Wolfgang Puck filet mignon, seared in butter and garlic to the perfect temperature. You cut into it, and you just have the perfect amount of blood and meat spewing out of it with all of the buttery and garlicky juices. That was Elimination Chamber, and you guys are now hungry.
And I'm now ready to go to walk out of the studio and head over to Ruth's Chris at Soaring Eagle.
Can't use our dining credits there, though.
Darn it.
Even if we wanted to use our dining credits would give us 1 asparagus.
Exactly.
However, that would work for friend of the show, Tony DeLucia.
Yes.
It would work for him.
Yes, it would.
Anyways, Elimination Chamber has come and it has gone, and what a PLE it is. Let's take you match by match through this PLE. It started off with a banger. The Women's Elimination Chamber match, which we saw Bianca Belair come out on top. She's going to face the winner of tonight's contest. Between Rhea Ripley, she will win, and Io Sky. Either way, we're getting a great match no matter who wins tonight. But that's not the big thing that happened. The big thing that happened was Jade Cargill returning from the dead, returning from her attack to choose her attacker, to let us know who attacked her back in November on your birthday. She looks at Liv Morgan, who everybody, at least canonically, thought it was. Everybody thought it was Liv Morgan. No fan knew it was. Everybody knew it was Naomi. And she goes after Naomi. By the way, Bianca Belair, hell of a job selling that.
Yeah.
With all that emotion. That was great.
Some great acting. As
It was.
WWE is acting.
It is a reality
It's not,
TV show.
It's not real. Sorry.
It's scripted.
It's scripted.
What they
is.
go through is real.
Yeah.
Like that unsanctioned match we'll get to in a little bit. But Jade Cargill comes back, attacks Naomi, sets up WrestleMania there. Excited to see how this storyline is going to play out because you got a lot of moving pieces here. You got Naomi, you got Jade Cargill, but now you got Bianca Belair. Is she going to be distracted going into WrestleMania by this whole thing? Naomi, we knew Naomi was the one that did it because she has an opportunity at Championship Gold. She wanted to get her hands on a title. She can't win that women's championship. Why not take out Jade and get your hands on that gold? And that's what she did. That's what happened, and she paid the consequences for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all knew it was Naomi all along. When they showed that,
glow, pump your fist. Let's go. Sorry,
don't make me turn heel. Anyways,
RKO.
Anyways, I mean, we all kind of knew it was Naomi when they showed the footage on SmackDown a couple weeks ago. Naomi was there. Yeah. Bianca came, and
she was in a match.
Huh?
She was
in her match.
Yeah.
Bianca came out, and Naomi was the first person right by the truck, the ambulance, and unironically, Liv and Raquel were in the shot, so everyone assumed it was Liv and Raquel, but it was Naomi because she was trying to cover it up. Because when they showed the footage, she's like, "I knew it! I knew it was Jade and Liv and Raquel. I knew it was them. It was her."
And did you see her face when Jade's music hit?
Yeah,
she was like,
"Uh-oh."
Yeah, it was.
So that match was really good. Did you guys hear when Bianca Belair whipped Liv Morgan with her hair?
I did.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I went like this Like, you know how the wrestlers, when they get hit in the back, they're like, oh, like
Oh,
that?
yeah.
I went like that, too. That was...
my gosh.
Sounded like it hurt.
I mean, she still has a scar from that.
Oh, yeah.
She had bruises.
Yeah.
From
That's
everywhere
gonna
from the
hurt.
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that was a hell of a match for
Very
the
good.
Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
It's the Women's Elimination Chamber. Next, the dud of the night. The fun
Hey, it
match.
was the best match of the night. What are you talking about?
Brother.
It was the best.
Brother. It was
Trishy time?
Because my man has a crush on Trish Stratus.
I do.
Okay, well, see, the thing is, it was a fun match. It wasn't bad by any means. It just, in comparison to what followed it up, it was nothing. I mean, look, it had no implications.
This is true.
It had no implications. It was a fun match. You had the hometown girl winning. The crowd wasn't really that into it. But Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton, Trishy time, took home the win.
Best match of the night. Are you kidding me? I don't think anything could top Trishy time and Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. I've called Candice LeRae one of the most underrated wrestlers in this industry. And I'm glad that she got the recognition that she did on Saturday with the match with Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. That was awesome. So I've watched her since the Indies. She's been really well. Been with her since Black and Gold NXT. Despite it being the dud, just glad that she's getting the recognition that she 100% deserves.
Yeah, I agree. So that is the tag team match. Let's move on
But I
to
still believe it's the best
match of the night.
Oh,
match of the year.
Match of the night. Match of the year.
The unsanctioned car crash. I don't even want to... Car crash is an understatement. This is a semi-truck pileup. An 11-car winter storm pileup. That's what this is. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. First off, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Oh, my
Kevin
God.
Owens is one of the best workers
They're
in
just
WWE.
synonymous with each other at this point.
And
They are.
Kevin Owens is one of the best workers in WWE. He does anything. He does what he's told to do. And not only that, but he goes above and beyond. I have nothing but respect, and I love Kevin Owens. He's one of my favorites. 2 matches of the year in his 2 matches. The Cody Rhodes match at Royal Rumble and then this match. If you haven't watched it, I've been saying this. I said it on my story. I've said it to family members. I've said it to friends. Even if you don't watch wrestling, even if right now, you might have even skipped through this if you don't watch wrestling. You probably have. But if you haven't watched wrestling, just go look up the Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn unsanctioned match and watch it in its entirety. That match was awesome.
Yeah, it was bloody.
It actually wasn't bloody. There was no blood.
It was. I mean, it was brutal. Though,
That's the one
to
thing
say the
people
least.
wanted was blood.
Yeah, tables, chairs, hockey sticks,
Hockey
Barbed
sticks,
wire
wire
chairs.
chairs,
wire
Yeah.
chairs.
crazy stuff. I mean, I'd say it's up there with the match he had with Cody a month before. But Kevin Owens only puts on bangers, and I hope we get a street fight with him and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Imagine
I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They understand.
I did this.
Hey, guess what? I called it. I knew you.
He returned though.
He did though.
Randy
You're
Orton
right.
returned.
Randy did return.
The
But imagine
RKO.
Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, the ladder match, brought the house down. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber tore the house down. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in a Las Vegas street fight. Are you kidding me?
Allegiant
3 straight big
Stadium's going down.
PLEs where Kevin Owens is almost dying.
Yeah.
is going to be amazing.
Yeah,
I
and-
hope that happens. That's my
and, I
dream
mean-
booking.
At the show of all shows, they've got to make it even better.
Yeah.
Now they've set the bars so high that we can expect nothing but the best, and it will be nothing but the best. He will get punted. He will get punted. He will get punted. It got blocked this time, but he will get punted. That unsanctioned match was crazy, though.
It was.
It was ridiculous. I mean, you talk about guys that go above and beyond. Kevin Owens, for the longest time that I've seen, just bits and pieces of it, it's like he was always the one getting thrown around and beaten up. But now it's just like, now you're putting Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn against each other, and it is an all-out war between them. And it got brutal within minutes. And when Kevin Owens just got the win, I mean, it had to feel so good for him, even though the two are
He was outside of Sami Zayn's house, looking at his wife and kid.
Yeah.
So it got to a point personally that I went over, and I mean, sometimes when they're kicking out of those pins, I was like, what are you doing? I mean, obviously, you know, they had to.
Gotta make it interesting.
But I mean, I feel like everybody was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like if this was actually like happening, why would you kick out?
Oh yeah, like you're done
after taking a barbed wire chair to the face. Why would you kick out?
Like you're cold after that. You're
Anyways,
done.
that was an unsanctioned match. Hell of a match.
What a
Very,
match.
very
What
5
a
stars.
match.
Probably one of the best matches I've ever seen. It's great.
And then we have Elimination Chamber, the men's chamber, which saw a bunch of old dudes and Logan Paul going after it.
Yeah.
Basically. a bunch of over 40-year-olds and then Logan Paul going after it. You had Cena, you had Punker, you had Seth Rollins,
Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest.
His stock is so low, Drew McIntyre. Another roll-up. Another fruit. We should start calling this dude Fruit Roll-Up.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised that he's getting rolled up. He's crying and complaining to the WWE.
Yeah.
And he was going to pay for it. And his WrestleMania opponent, Damian Priest, this wasn't the finger. This is me.
Yeah, so those are fingers crossed.
Because I know my mom's going to text me, "Did you give the camera the finger?" No, I crossed my fingers. Sorry. Anyways, sidetrack. I hope we get Damian Priest and Drew at WrestleMania.
All right.
It makes the most sense in my eyes that Drew McIntyre, if he's not in a championship match for any title, I think he should have a singles match with Damian Priest. Because Damian Priest took his title. Damian Priest has screwed him out of a title at his own home country. I mean, it makes the most sense.
Damian Priest screwed him over at Elimination Chamber, and then Drew McIntyre screwed Damian Priest over at Elimination Chamber.
And Damian Priest screwed over McIntyre at the Royal Rumble, too.
Yeah.
So it makes the most sense that them two have a WrestleMania match because they've been screwed.
And then we have CM Punk and Seth Rollins practically setting up that triple threat.
I hope it doesn't happen.
I really just want it to be Roman and Seth, but
I do too.
It seems like it's going to be a triple threat. That was set up, and then obviously you have John Cena winning the whole thing. Thanks to was it Seth Rollins?
Curb stomp,
CM
Punk, which set up the STF.
Yep.
So, and there was a great set of moves on that were used on Seth Rollins. A great sequence where you have go to sleep and do a attitude adjustment.
Yes,
and that was great. That was great wrestling.
That was
right
clean.
There. That was nice. But John Cena wins. So John Cena wins, and all of a sudden, wrestling has more than one.
Are you
royal
do it again?
Family.
Are you gonna do it again? No,
because we didn't say his name yet. But then we have the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, coming out right after while John Cena is celebrating, his win. He's going to WrestleMania, this big thing. Cody Rhodes comes out. Then The Rock comes out with Travis Scott, who now has his own Titantron. And believe it or not, Travis Scott is going to be wrestling. He's been pro wrestling training. He is going to be wrestling as part of this little Hollywood bad guys faction type thing they have going on here. We'll get to that in a minute, though. Travis Scott comes out, and The Rock comes out. He's got the chills. Comes on down. Cody Rhodes. The time has come. And then Cody Rhodes says, "Go yourself." We can't say it on air.
No.
Out of respect for everybody.
Yeah.
But
holy smokes.
Uncensored on WWE, that just added to
even WWE, when they posted it, it still said it.
Yeah. That just adds to the moment.
I think I'm more surprised that he said the F word rather than saying no.
Yeah. I mean, it added to the moment. And then you have John Cena celebrating. And now this is where it gets interesting. John Cena celebrating.
This set me into a depression.
Comes in to embrace Cody Rhodes.
I don't even want to think about it, man.
And then he gives him the ultimate low blow and turns heel, beats him up with The Rock. Travis Scott gets a few punches in. And now you have this new Hollywood bad guys group of The Rock, John Cena and Travis Scott.
It's the NWO.
It's today's NWO.
The NWO consisted of Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan, who was the ultimate babyface before John Cena,
then the Worm.
and Dennis Rodman, who is now Travis Scott.
And Travis Scott's been pro wrestling training. He's going to, and The Rock said he's going to be wrestling for The Rock. He's going to be one of The Rock's, like you know how The Rock is like controlling Cena now. He's going to be controlling Travis Scott too. So that's going to be cool. I like seeing like Bad Bunny. I like seeing celebrities get like actually like work on the craft and actually get out. That's cool. But that's cool.
That's cool.
That's
Carlito.
cool. That's
Anyways,
cool. 22 years of being the good guy for John Cena.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna turn heel in his retirement tour.
They
should seriously consider that group the Break-A-Wish Foundation.
yes.
Jeez.
He just granted a Make-A-Wish hours before that happened.
Yeah.
Imagine what that kid's going through. Right now. Anyways, I noticed something about this. I'll hit this real quick. We'll hit your guys' thoughts and we'll go to break. When John Cena was celebrating, he wasn't celebrating for He wasn't celebrating for Cody Rhodes. He was celebrating for himself because when Cody Rhodes said no, that meant John Cena could say yes. That's why he was celebrating. The poster. They dropped a promotional poster on Friday with The Rock, Cena, and Travis Scott. Huh. Interesting. Bad Blood. All the way back in October. Bad Blood. When The Rock went like, he had the this and then the oops. And they went the 1, 2. And then I always wondered, why didn't he just go 3? Because he went 1, 2, 3 like this. What does John Cena do? And then The Rock confirmed that this was to signal that John Cena was coming for him. Long-term storytelling. Triple H.
That's what he's known for.
This is what Triple H is known for. I just love what Triple H has done with this storyline.
It's so good.
He just cooks, man.
He has his faults, but
He does.
He has his faults. Definitely doesn't really know how to book some people. Austin Theory. But also, I mean, you got to give props where props are due. He actually pulled the trigger on this, and it was great. Ryan, final thoughts before we had to break.
The thing about this John Cena heel turn is that, like, everybody knows who John Cena is. He's synonymous with WWE. It's like people that don't like or don't know WWE, they know who John Cena is. It's like people that don't know or don't like Pokemon know who Pikachu is.
Right.
Like, if something happens to their, like, franchise person, it's going to go viral no matter what.
The Rock is Charizard, and John Cena's Pikachu.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was all over my feed. Every single app except for Snapchat. It blew up. Facebook, TikTok, X, Instagram, all over my feed.
My brother, who doesn't watch WWE, texted me saying that was crazy. And that's where I was like, all right, they definitely hit the nail on the head right there. Like, you got my brother texting me saying that the John Cena heel turn is crazy. Yeah. He doesn't watch WWE. He doesn't watch it at all. And even he's saying that it's crazy. Like, this has reached more audiences than I think they even thought that they could probably reach.
Yeah. Which is extremely impressive. And I didn't know. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but props to WWE. That's thank you in sign language, but props to WWE.
And now it makes WrestleMania must watch, even for even if you're not a wrestling fan, you want to see what's happening with John Cena now because he's so synonymous with Hollywood and pop culture. So that was Elimination Chamber. That was WWE. Look, right on the money. Right on the money.
Beautiful.
All right, coming up after this break, we're going to talk Pistons. We're going to talk Red Wings. Yes, the first block of a Detroit sports show was about WWE. No, we do not care. You're watching Card Guys Detroit Sports Talk. We'll be back right after this. Sports cards, signed jerseys, signed helmets, and more. Miller's Sports Cards and Collectibles is your one-stop shop for all things the hobby. Make sure to check them out down Mission Street in Mount Pleasant, right past Meyer. Miller's Sports Cards and Collectibles. Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. Join Michael Rosenkranz,
Sports take precedence over academics.
I agree, but
Ryan Donnelly,
Corbin Burns, who is their big ticket J13 item. Scooble is with us. Scooble's our big ticket.
Did
J1.
you just call Tarek Scooble James?
And Anthony Schulte. I have an issue.
You have.
There is no break. It's a constant grind. It's an unbreakable cycle.
Yeah, it's.
As they navigate through the Detroit sports landscape. Live Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:30 a.m. on 101.1 The Beat in Mount Pleasant and at 11 a.m. on YouTube. Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk.
Welcome back, Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. Ryan Donnelly, Michael Rosenkranz, and Anthony Schulte here with you on this fine Monday morning, the start of a new work week right before spring break.
Yes.
How about those Detroit basketball Pistons, huh?
Yeah.
Winners of 9 of their last 10 since we were last with you fine folks. They won 8 straight. A blowout victory against the reigning NBA champions, Boston Celtics. What a game that was, holding them not only under 100 points, but beating them by 20. Just kind of cementing.
I did not have that on my bingo card.
Cementing that the Pistons are here. The Pistons are here. They're not coming anymore. They're not, the Pistons have potential to do something in the play-in. No, now it's, are we going to have home court advantage in the playoffs? Because we're that neck and neck with Indiana and Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. It's actually kind of nuts. And I'm not ready for how much those playoff tickets are going to be. Oh, that's going to be great.
Yeah.
Regardless of that, it's fun to see that this team is hooping. Took one on the chin to the Nuggets on Friday, but came back against Brooklyn. The return of Killian Hayes!
Imagine Killian Hayes coming back to LCA, dog.
And he had a terrible game. I'm going to go back to where this game was. I'm going to go back and check Killian Hayes'
did
stats
not do good.
because he actually got waived after this game. He was
did?
that bad. Yes.
I did not see that.
He did not get brought back in another 10
I did see that, dude.
As he was named the starter for the rest of the year, Killian Hayes goes.
He was named the long-term starter, and they were going to give him a second 10-day, and they were banking on him having a good return game to Detroit. And 4 points, 3 assists, 1 of 6 shooting, and 0 of 2 from 3. Welcome back to LCA.
Welcome back,
Killian
Hayes.
Hayes.
Oh my gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your Tigers pitchers today.
Pitchers.
Per
Quick
Tigers
side note.
minor league report, today's pitchers against the Blue Jays will be Tarek Scooble, Ty Madden, Jason Foley, Sean Gunther, and Brendan Hannafy.
So this is a major league day, basically. This is a big league
along
day.
with the minor leaguers. Those are the 5 pitchers that will be the 5 major leaguers that will be pitching against the Toronto Blue Jays today.
I like it.
Training.
All right.
I don't care. It's like baseball.
It's baseball.
It's
It's
like
our guys.
baseball.
It's our guys playing baseball. But anyways, back to the topic of the Detroit Pistons. Against the Nets, you have a big lead, 20-point lead, then you blow it. They're within single digits. Yeah. Malik Beasley, as I said, gets ejected. Jalen Duren, poster, highlight reel, and 1 dunk, and that is what put the life back into this team. Cade Cunningham comes back out, has a pretty good second half, all things considered, and this team just put it together at the end, got it done, and now we're on the West Coast. 10:30 tip-off before an exam.
For
two
of your big exams. That's got to be miserable.
I'm so excited!
We play the Jazz tonight.
We do at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, but it doesn't interfere with an exam.
This
No, it
is
doesn't.
true. That'll interfere with it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate that midterm week has to land on the West.
Seriously.
The West Coast road trip.
And not only that, they could have had Wednesday off. They could have had a 9 o'clock game on Wednesday for all I care.
Yes!
They could have a 10 o'clock, 10:30. Quite literally the latest the NBA allows a game to start. 10:30.
And you have to watch it.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to watch it.
What if I come over and give you a pizza party to celebrate our halfway through the semester?
At 10:30 at night
10:30
before
at
an
night.
exam.
Ooh.
From Pizza King.
Oh, boy. All right. No, we're good. I appreciate the kind gesture, though.
I'm still going to do it.
The Jazz and the Pistons, that's tonight. The Jazz are one of the bottom feeders in the league. They're not good. I'm expecting a win tonight.
I'm most likely expecting a win. I mean,
If we lose, that's a disaster.
Well, here's the thing. We didn't beat them last time because they were just guns a-blazing to start. They scored, I think, 42 points in the first quarter the last time we played the Jazz.
I remember that.
It's a different team this time. I mean, the Jazz have some good pieces. Keontae George, Walker Kessler, Lauri Markkanen. They got some Colin Sexton. They got some good guys in Utah. They just can't put it together. I mean, that's what happens when your owner is a social media influencer. Yeah. Anyways, I expect to win in Utah. I mean, this team is better, way better than this Jazz team. On paper, this Jazz team looks fine, but reality, this team is terrible.
There's no cohesiveness.
Absolutely not. So
Nope.
you gotta beat the Jazz. You gotta beat the Jazz by at least 25 points.
Got to beat the Jazz, exactly. I'm hoping it's a blowout, but again, Jazz got good pieces.
And if you want to win this game, you gotta let Cade have a big day. He's been struggling as of late.
Well, the Jazz aren't good defensively, so
Cade better have a comeback game.
Who are they going to send to D up on Cade? Isaiah Collier?
Pretty much.
Like who do they have defensively?
Probably.
Like Lauri Markkanen, but they're not going to have Lauri Markkanen on Cade. They're going to have him somewhere else against a bigger fellow.
Yeah.
Oh, also by the way, Tobias Harris is out due to personal reasons tonight.
Yes.
Not ideal. Who could we see start? Probably Bees. You probably see Bees start tonight. No,
Simone's going to come off the bench. I think Beasley would get his starting position.
I think Beasley's going to get the start tonight.
Who would be a power forward? Asar?
Yeah.
Can he play power forward?
Have you seen him?
I mean, I know, but
Athletically, yeah, he's 6'7", 6'6", 6'7".
All
He
right,
can play for. Yeah.
I'm done talking.
I mean, Tobias Harris is our power forward. He's about as athletic as that flag behind us. So,
Our flag could do some fun stuff like fall.
yeah, I mean, our flag sometimes has more movement than Tobias Harris on defense. But anyways,
Yeah,
I
you're-
digress.
Yeah,
Michael?
you're not wrong. Really quickly, I'm going to put a button on this with something. Yes, Ryan, you need to beat the Jazz, and you need to at least win by double digits.
You need to.
You need to. JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year.
Oh, easily.
Absolutely.
Coach of the Year.
Kenny Atkinson does not deserve it at all.
He has the
No.
roster.
He had the roster before he got hired.
Cleveland was a playoff team last year. This year, the Pistons went from 14 wins to a playoff team in the middle of the playoffs. Coach of the Year to JB Bickerstaff.
He
The
took a
turnaround.
14-win team to almost damn near 40 to 45 win team. Coach of the Year on a platinum diamond platter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to him.
Gotta give it to him. Gotta keep it going tonight against the Jazz. I think they can do it.
I think they could too. All right. Jazz, 9 o'clock, FanDuel Sports Network. The Detroit basketball Pistons back in action, and I'm excited to watch them. Instead of dreading having to watch another 20-point loss, I am excited to watch hopefully a 20-point win.
Hopefully.
Let's move on to a little stick and puck, little Detroit
yes.
Red Wings hockey. What did I say last week before we headed out for the weekend?
You had
I
you had to sweep Columbus.
We had to at least take 1 point from Columbus. At least go to overtime. One game. You can lose both. Go to overtime. You need to salvage a point from this weekend. And what do?
Put up a
Put
solid
up
0
a
points.
big, fat goose egg.
Nothing. And folks want to complain about that missed call. Look, it was a missed call. We can all admit to that.
Yes,
It was a missed call.
Absolutely.
You put yourself in a position for that missed call to mean something. And look, I get it. We probably get a power play. One, you're not guaranteed a power play goal. No matter how good you are on the power play, you're not guaranteed it. Two, you put yourself in that position. We outshot them, what,
46 to 21.
46-21. You outshoot your opponent 46-21 and you're tied at the end of the game. There's some things you need to focus on. Even McClellan said, as we were talking about it before the program started today, McClellan said that, as much as that call sucked, we put ourselves in a position. They put themselves in a position for this to happen. I don't want to hear anybody complain about the refs. Complaining about it one hour after or like, oh, that's BS. Sure, yes, that's part of being a fan. I complain about the refs. You complain about the refs. You complain
I
about the refs.
complained about it. My dad was complaining to me about it.
But blaming the loss solely on the refs, one, immature and irresponsible. Two, 2 days after the fact, a day after the fact, still blaming the referees for that loss and not realizing that you lost the game within the game rather than the game with the refs. You lost that game. You put yourself in a position for that missed call to affect the game. So I don't want to hear these spoiled Red Wings fans crying and crying. Oh, I didn't get the call. They missed the call. We would have won the game. No. No, I don't want to hear that. Because then say we get the call and we don't score on the penalty kill, now or on the power play, now you're complaining about, "Oh, we didn't score on the power play. We're not." Shut up. Shut up for once. We're still in the wild card.
Red Wings fans, you suck.
Red Wings
You
fans.
suck.
You suck. You suck.
You stink, Red Wings fans.
Sorry. Oops.
Oh, what a treat on a Monday morning.
I hate Red Wings fans. I'm sorry. I hate Red.
All right, anyways, the Detroit Red Wings, they lost.
Oh,
I
my gosh.
I hate hockey is king, and I hate strictly Red Wings fans.
You'd think we just lost our playoff spot and we're guaranteed to not make the playoffs after what happened. We're still the second seed.
After the fan reactions
Or the second
on
wild
Friday,
card seed.
you think that we're like bottom of the league.
Now, are we 2 points behind Columbus now, and are
Yeah.
we in a straitjacket when it comes to our race with Columbus?
Yeah.
Yes. But besides the point, it's not like the season's over.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Listen, we're still second in the wild card, but however, Ottawa, who's been ice cold, is catching up to you. New York, who's been red hot, has been catching up to you, and then Boston lost, which is good.
Yeah.
You had to at least, like Anthony said, escape with the point. Now, going back to Saturday's game at the worst stadium ever. Sure, you can blame the refs. It was a high stick. Absolutely.
We're not saying that it wasn't a penalty. It was a penalty.
It
It was
was
a
a
missed call.
penalty.
It was a clear penalty. I agree with that. However, defense was poor all game. Cam Talbot was poor all game.
Yeah, he gave up 5 goals.
He gave up 5. Exactly. Well, he gave up 4.
He gave up 4 because he had the empty netter at
He
the
had
end.
there was an empty netter that they
They
somehow
don't count
couldn't
that
even
on his
punch
stat
in.
sheet, so he gave up 4.
They couldn't even punch in the empty netter at the end. They tried and they couldn't until they were like less than a foot away from the net. I digress. Defense was poor. 5-on-5 scoring was terrible, and Cam Talbot was poor. Sure, the refs were fine up until that high stick, but you can't blame it all on the refs. No, absolutely not.
Cannot.
You cannot blame this on solely the refs. Lots of terrible stuff has happened. Now, you could have salvaged a point and be fine and still at least had some leverage with other teams that are behind you. Now, taking a look at your schedule, Carolina,
Yikes.
Utah.
What?
I mean, they still have Dylan Gunther, one of the best defensemen in hockey. Mm-hmm. Washington.
What?
Ottawa.
What?
Buffalo.
What?
Carolina again.
What?
Vegas.
What?
Washington.
What?
Vegas.
What?
Utah.
What?
Colorado.
What?
Ottawa.
What?
Boston.
What?
St. Louis.
What?
Carolina.
What?
The reigning Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers.
What?
Canadians.
What?
Panthers again.
What?
Lightning.
What?
Stars.
What?
Devils.
What?
Maple Leafs.
What?
Gauntlet.
What?
You need to at least go above 500 if you want a chance to make the playoffs.
Yep.
Now, like Michael said a couple shows ago, it's March. The Red Wings are notorious for being crap in March. It's starting to happen.
It sucks to say, but I worry about it starting.
When the
to happen.
sky is sky blue and there's clouds in the sky, there's a big thunderstorm heading our way, and it's March for the Red Wings.
Skies are blue. Mm-hmm. And then there's clouds in the sky.
Yeah.
Would the sky be completely blue because there's clouds in the sky?
Oh.
You just blew our minds at 8
Well, he
o'clock
just said
in
the
the
sky
morning.
is blue and there's clouds in the sky.
True.
The sky wouldn't be fully blue.
Well, the sky is going to be... The sky itself is fully
It's
blue.
actually black.
Well,
Space actually has no color, but it's visually
you're right,
black.
space has no color, but NASA projects
The
a
atmosphere
blue light
makes it blue.
onto the Earth.
The sky's not actually blue. It's a series of colors.
Okay.
Guys, drop your conspiracy theories in the comments
I'm not
below,
a man
please.
of,
We'd
I'm
love
not
to
a
hear
man
them.
of theory at all, but I'm not. I don't like theories outside of one theory that I do believe in, and that's Hooper's,
Austin.
That's Hooper's drum.
Oh.
I believe that
Austin
when
theory.
Hooper bangs his drum, when the Pistons are slowly imploding, we fully implode.
It happened against Brooklyn. He brought the drum out, and we started to lose the lead, and all of a sudden it's single digits.
It's the drum. I solely
drum.
believe
The drum
Hooper's
is
drum
cursed.
is when we start to implode. Anyways, It doesn't get easier from here.
It doesn't.
Luckily, you're done with Columbus for the rest of the year. That's good. However, you still have a lot of teams that are on your butt that is trying to catch up and take your wild card spot.
It's like failing an exam and being like, well, at least I don't have to deal with that exam anymore.
That's right.
Yeah?
That's basically what the Columbus situation is.
Exactly. Like you failed your exam, but you still have more exams left.
Yeah.
But the Red Wings are about to dig themselves in a hole, and it's going to be impossible to dig out of it. So
hopefully not, though. Hopefully
not. I hope we can make a push for the wild card.
Got to give McClellan a chance in March. This isn't
if Derek Lalonde.
It's not Lalonde in March.
If Derek Lalonde was fired at the beginning of the year, we wouldn't be in this situation. And I will die on that hill, Michael.
I'm not starting to hit the panic button yet for the Red Wings.
No panic in
I am slowly getting there.
You can feel it.
You can feel it in the air. If you lose against Carolina, which unfortunately I think you're going to because they're a darn good hockey team.
They are.
Then I'm starting to get a little worried. The next game where I see that you could theoretically win is against Utah. You got to find ways to get past Dylan Guenther. He's an absolute unit on the defensive side. Shane Gostisbehere returns to LCA tomorrow night against you. And this is where I want to see the Red Wings play with anger. Because last Monday, I gave it to you guys. I was angry. Mm-hmm. I was angry last Monday. I want the Red Wings to play angry tomorrow night.
Play mad at the refs?
Play mad at the refs. They got screwed over of a blatant hide stick call that could have changed the outcome of the game. Yes. Red Wings fans are obnoxious.
They are terrible.
Some Red Wings fans are obnoxious.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
We're Red Wings fans.
The Detroit sports fans are fine. The strictly Red Wings fans
right on the money.
Are so spoiled.
See, we're all...
25 straight years of playoff hockey will do that to you.
We're all Detroit sports fans. Like, I'm a Red Wings fan.
Look at this. Look at the shirt.
Like, look at the hoodie. I'm a Red Wings fan.
Exactly.
But I'm not selling my soul to the Red Wings like most of the Red
Cody
Wings
Rhodes.
fans. The final boss.
It's the final boss.
Yes.
And I want your soul.
Yes. And I'm not giving my soul to strictly the Red Wings. I'm giving my soul... I'm splitting my imagine my soul as a cake. I'm cutting my
Your soul is a cake.
I'm cutting my soul into 4 pieces and giving them each a piece of the cake. That's my fandom with the Red Wings.
Your soul is a cake.
My soul is a cake, and my belly is full of cake.
I hate cake. I really don't like cake.
Drop it down into the comments. What's your favorite cake?
None. I don't like cake.
I love a
cake
good
is overrated.
chocolate.
Cheesecake is what I like. Cheesecake. But that's not actually cake.
But with cheesecake, you take like 1 or 2 bites of it, and you're already full.
Perfect. That means I'm putting less in my body. Less calories.
I love a good chocolate mousse cake.
Oh,
I don't like chocolate cake. I hate vanilla cake. I can eat vanilla cake. I can eat that. But chocolate cake makes me want to physically vomit.
Bumpy cake from Sanders.
I can't eat bumpy cake.
Why not?
Doesn't it have nuts in it?
No.
Oh.
I thought it did.
It's a layer of cake.
Usually when it's a decadent sweet and it's called bumpy, usually it's got nuts.
There's no nuts.
Exactly.
The bump is the icing. It's a layer of sheet cake.
What's going on with the icing?
Do you know what a bumpy cake is?
No!
Let me show you what a bumpy cake is.
Michael's down. He's down. Michael's out. We've lost Michael.
This is a bumpy cake. This is what a bumpy cake is.
That looks like two chocolate Twinkies on top of a chocolate cake.
It's delicious.
That's all that is.
Michael is on the floor because we're talking about cake in a Red Wings segment. What is this show?
This show stinks.
This show is terrible.
What's going on with the icing, though?
Michael, do you know what a bumpy cake is?
No!
You don't know what a bumpy cake is?
It seems like you're the only one.
A bumpy cake is irrelevant to me.
This is what a bumpy cake is.
See, it looks like 2 chocolate Twinkies
it's
on
delicious.
A chocolate cake.
They sell them at Sanders. They're really good.
You think I go into Sanders? I can't eat anything there. It's all made with nuts.
No, it's not.
You and I both, dude.
Yeah, see? Look.
Sanders does not have nuts.
Oh, my gosh.
So the Detroit Red Wings, they play tomorrow night.
I need that on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
I needed
Red
that
Wings,
this week.
Yeah.
Red Wings play angry.
Yep.
You go in tomorrow at your place against Carolina and Utah on Thursday, but then you have Utah, Washington on a back-to-back. Ovechkin's chasing history.
Yeah, it'll happen
you
against
go to
us.
their place.
It'll
It's
happen.
probably going to happen against us.
I hope it
Washington's
happens.
first in the Met. Carolina's second in the Met. So you're going against the top dogs of who you would see in the playoffs. Now, really quickly before we wrap this up, trade deadline's Friday at 3. Red Wings have to get a center. They are shorthanded on a center. Kopp's out. Rasmussen's still out. And you could even argue on the defensive side of things, because their defense, once again, is not good. Jeff Petry's been out with an injury, and I read somewhere that you could, Stevie Y's going to get Axel Sandin Palika. Dude, his season's still going on. His season's still going on in Sweden, first of all, and the kid's 23 years old. He needs time to develop.
Yeah.
So it's like, Red Wings fans, you can dream all you want, but we need to look at the right now. When was the last time Steve Yzerman was a buyer? I got y'all. 2016. You know what 2016 was? The last time you made the playoffs. If you want to make the playoffs, Steve Yzerman needs to be a buyer this week. He needs to browse all options, listen to all offers, and choose what is best for him and best for this team to go forward. Dylan Larkin accepted criticism after these past performances from Todd McClellan. And Larkin's owning up to it. He said, I would have said it myself. So he knows he can play better. Dylan Larkin hasn't scored a playoff goal since 2016. You think he's hungry for the playoffs? Yeah, we saw him break down in tears in the locker room last year.
Right.
The dude is ready. So, I don't know what Steve Yzerman's going to do, but he needs to do something at the deadline if you want to get in the playoffs. Get a centerman. Get somebody on defense. Whoever it is, Steve Yzerman needs to be a buyer to try and make a push toward the playoffs.
Yes, he does. All right,
Absolutely.
so the Red Wings, they play tomorrow. Red Wings.
That's it.
Red Wings play tomorrow.
Carolina.
All right, so a few housekeeping things before we head on off
My
the
personal
airwaves
favorite
here.
segment.
Yes,
I
housekeeping.
love a good housekeeping segment.
Yes.
All right, so some housekeeping here. Today is our final show for 2 weeks. We are deciding to cut Wednesday's show due to need of sleep before exams and just so we could focus on some other things academically. I know Michael's famously said sports come before academics.
They do.
However, there's not much going on Wednesday. It's not really, worth the
the
early
show,
wake up and all of that to, say the same things we just said
also-
about the Red Wings and the Pistons. today.
It's also not worth our energy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to be the same three stuff.
Finally able
over.
to sleep in on a Wednesday.
We have this show, and then our next show is
In 2
gonna
weeks
be
from now.
great
Yeah.
because it's going to be March Madness.
Yes, so our next show will be the March Madness bracket selection. As of right now, we do have a special guest planned for in studio. Our college basketball connoisseur, Tyler Brazel, my roommate, will be joining us live in studio, live and in living color.
Back.
So we will have our March Madness bracket show. That's going to be a long one because not only do we have our brackets we have to make, but we also have 2 weeks worth of Red Wings and Pistons to cover as well. So it'll be a busy show. 2 weeks from today, March 17th, same time as always, 11 o'clock on YouTube. Well, that's all we have for today's show. Thank you for tuning in to Card Guys, Season 4, Episode 14, on 101.1 The Beat and YouTube. Again, tune in 2 weeks from now, March 17th, when we are back from spring break for the home stretch of the program in its entirety. For my good buddies, Ryan Donnelly and Michael Rosenkranz, I'm Anthony Schulte saying, so long, everybody.
Love you, Mom and Dad. Happy birthday to my little sister Claire. Can't wait to celebrate you guys. Can't wait to celebrate you with my family on Sunday. And everybody have a great spring break and midterm week.
And happy birthday to my mom. Yesterday was her birthday, so happy birthday to
Happy birthday to
mother.
Mrs. Schulte.
Yes, there you go.
There you go.
If you smell.
If you smell.